Welcome to Clear Start Mondays. I'm John Heyman, a mental fitness coach, and tonight, your host. Each Monday, we do three simple things. We ground our nervous system, we write through a few direct questions, and you leave with one clear move for the week. You will not be put on the spot. You don't have to turn your camera on. You don't have to share anything out loud. This is not group therapy. This is not a hustle session. This is not a motivational speech. This is a reset. You're here to be a human with a pen, paper, and a nervous system that's probably tired. Tonight, we're exploring anticipation versus reality and what it actually costs your body to live ahead of yourself. But before we talk about anything, before we think about anything, let your body arrive. Just breathe. Let the air around you go into your lungs and fill you up. Then exhale. I want to invite you to close your eyes. Feel your feet on the ground and just notice the weight of your feet on the floor. Locate your big toe on one foot. Notice your big toe on the other foot. See if you can find your pinky toes. Go ahead and wiggle all of your toes for me. Notice where your body is touching whatever you're sitting on. Unclench your jaw. Relax your face and skull. Roll your shoulders and drop them. Take one long, slow breath in through your nose and notice the sensation of air as it hits your nostrils. Pause briefly at the top and then exhale gently through your mouth, noticing all the sensation of the air as it leaves your lips. Very good. Most people start their week already reacting, already solving, already bracing. If you notice that in yourself, nothing has gone wrong. This grounding practice is how we set the pace for clarity. There's nothing to achieve tonight, nothing to perform. You don't need to be on, just be present. I want to invite you to a visualization. Please keep your eyes closed if that feels comfortable. Imagine your mind as a snow globe. And inside that glass, thoughts, worries, stress, things outside of your control, other people's moods, the what ifs in your life. They're the snowflakes inside. All week long, that snow globe has been getting stirred up without realizing it. Every notification, every responsibility, every demand, every shift of attention, every interaction you've taken on emotionally, every moment that you felt rushed, behind, or overwhelmed is a flake falling. I want to invite you to picture setting that snow globe down, but doing so gently, easily. Take your hands off. There's no effort, just stillness. Watch the pieces float and fall. One by one, let them settle. Each piece drifting down, resting on the bottom. Notice the moment the last flake falls. The water has become clearer, but not because you forced anything, but because you stopped stirring it up. If your globe hasn't settled yet, that's okay. You didn't do it wrong. We're just noticing. But now ask yourself quietly, what am I carrying into this session that I do not need right now? Whatever comes up, name it. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to understand it. Just admit that you're carrying it, and for this session, gently set it down beside you. You are welcome to open your eyes and rejoin us in the room. Tonight, we're looking at something that burns more energy than most people realize. It's not planning, it's not preparation, but anticipation. The mental rehearsal of something that hasn't happened yet. A conversation tomorrow, a meeting later this week, a response you're waiting on. Here's what's worth noticing. The body doesn't wait for the event to arrive. It reacts to the imagined version. Our shoulders tighten, our breath shortens, our stomach braces, as if something's already unfolding. But the event isn't here. The body is reacting to a prediction. And predictions are often more dramatic than the actual moment turns out to be. We rehearse tone. We assume the worst. We prepare for friction that may never show up. Tonight isn't about stopping anticipation. It's about noticing when your nervous system is already living in a future that hasn't arrived. So go ahead and grab something to write with. The same rules as always. Do not write the right answer. Write the honest answer. Question 1. What are you pre-living right now? Not a big existential question, something specific. A conversation you're dreading. A situation you keep mentally rehearsing. Something ahead of you that your body is already reacting to. Name the situation. Name what you imagine will happen. As you write this down, notice what happens in your chest. Not what you think about it, but what you feel. I'm going to go ahead and put 3 minutes on the clock here and turn some music on. What are you pre-living right now? Name the situation. Name what you're imagining will happen. As you write, notice what happens in your chest. Not what you think about, but what you feel. Just about a minute to go here. Excellent. Question 2. Think back over the last few days. How much of your attention was actually with what was in front of you? How much of it was somewhere else? Maybe this was a conversation that hasn't happened yet, or it was in a scenario that you were preparing for. In a future moment, your body was already bracing against. Don't judge it, just notice the proportion of where your attention was. Where was your attention actually living this week? And what did it cost you to have it somewhere other than right here, right now? 3 minutes. Think back over the last couple days. How much of your attention was actually with what was in front of you? Where was your attention actually living this week? And what did it cost you to have it somewhere other than right here, right now? Just about a minute to go. Excellent. Question 3. Think back, not to this week, but across your life. How many times have you rehearsed something internally, built the whole scenario, felt your body brace for it, and then when the moment arrived, it felt like nothing that you had prepared for? Not always better, not always worse, just different. The tone wasn't what you expected. The reaction may not have been what you predicted. The thing that you were bracing for either didn't happen or looked completely different than the version that you had rehearsed. Write down a specific time that happened and notice what your body does when you remember it. 3 minutes. Think back across your life. How many times have you rehearsed and built a scenario based on predictions and assumptions and existed inside that physically just for it to not turn out how you expected it to? Write down what comes up for you and notice how your body feels when you remember it. Just over a minute to go here. Excellent. I want to name what just happened in those questions. Most anticipation feels necessary. It feels like preparation, like being responsible, like making sure that you're ready. But the nervous system doesn't fully distinguish between something imagined and something actually occurring, which means you're rehearsing a difficult conversation and your body is responding to that as if it's already happening. The tension is real. The exhaustion is real. The bracing is real, and none of it is touching the actual event because the event isn't here yet. What you wrote for question 3 is important. The moment you've been preparing for almost never arrives the way you imagine it, which means a significant amount of the energy your body has been spending is going toward a version of the future that simply does not exist. You don't have to stop anticipating. You just have to notice when the preparation has become more exhausting than the actual event could ever be. Your anchor phrase this week lives right at the moment you notice your body bracing, not after the fact. Our goal is to try to catch it right as it's happening. Choose one of these that fits naturally for you. The moment isn't here yet. I'll meet it when it arrives. This is rehearsal, not the event. Use this as an interrupt when you catch your body living ahead of itself. You can also use it as a celebration when you notice it, because noticing is the work, not fixing, not stopping it entirely, just catching it, because catching it activates choice. Just once, on purpose. That's all you need to do. Tonight, you did something that most people never do. You slowed down enough to bring attention to where your nervous system is actually spending its time. Not where you think it is, but where it actually is. That kind of honesty takes something special. And you showed up for it on a Monday night, which says something about where you are in this work. If you find yourself wanting to explore more insight, the mind's own habit system is where we systematically unwind the mental loops that keep you stuck and build new ones that actually support you. If you want a structured framework behind your mental fitness, I'm also a positive intelligence coach. We use the saboteur assessment to identify what's running your system and build simple daily practices to help you step out of stress patterns as they arise. And if you want some focused personal support, I also offer one on one coaching where we work directly with what's happening in your life right now. You don't have to decide anything tonight. Just know that those doors exist if and when you're ready. Your attention this week is simple. When your body tightens around something ahead of you, ask, is this happening right now? That question alone creates space, and space is where clarity lives. I believe in you, and I trust in your capacity to keep choosing what supports you. I'll see you next Monday.